Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? I hope everybody's great, staying well, staying safe. um, I wanted to talk mainly to parents this morning about literacy and how they can improve literacy skills in the home. And I want you to understand why I've been posting some of the lessons that I have. They're not just for fun, and they don't just build fine motor skills. Um, they help with the reading process, the writing process. Um, and the reading and writing process turns into math and science and social studies later on. And I have done some research through NACY, and I have also done some research and gotten some information from Improving Literacy online. It's full of information if you have access to the internet. But if not, I want you to understand why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing. Um, Taking part in your child's literacy experiences at home help develop your child's reading ability later on. Um, you are their first teachers. And right now, during this pandemic that we are having, you are their main teacher now. And I want you to understand that oral language, you talking to your child about daily experiences, that's the things that will become reading and writing skills later on. It all starts with oral language, especially with your younger children at home. You should be talking to them, reading to them, letting them listen to read alouds online. Um, Playing rhyming games, playing board games, reading the boxes ingredients. This helps to show children the different ways in which you read different materials and the information that you gain from different materials. Help them to tell oral stories. One of my most favorite things to tell to my children, and I call them stories without books, is the Three Little Pigs. I remember my daddy telling me the Three Little Pigs orally, and it might be different every time, but it intrigued me as a child. This is a skill that helped me to become a reader later on. Um, when you're reading with your child, point to the words. Talk about the front cover, the back cover, the title page. The author writes the words, the illustrator draws the pictures. All of that ties into literacy skills. Um, Ask higher order thinking questions or open ended questions. What do you think will happen next? Why? What did you base that on? Guys, your younger kids are going to tell you obscene reasons. But if you keep doing that with them, they will refine those skills later on, and those will turn into critical thinking skills later on in development. Think about a young child's brain is like Play-Doh, and you're helping to mold and shape and make those connections in that brain that child needs to be successful in school and in life. Give positive feedback. Don't expect them to be perfect. If they give you an obscene answer at 2, that's one thing. If they're still giving you a way off the wall answer at 4, then we may have some concerns. But you have to model your thinking for your children. so that they see how your brain is working. And I know you feel silly doing that, okay? But it helps them to see how you made those connections. Ask them to make connections to read alouds. If you're reading a book about fish, whether it's a make believe book or a real book, help them to make connections. Have you ever been fishing? If so, tell me about it. Later on, let them draw a picture of them fishing and coloring. Those coloring skills and drawing skills will later on turn into writing skills. Nursery rhymes, guys. We need to do nursery rhymes with our younger children. It helps them to hear the rhyme and the rhythm that they will need later on in reading, and patterns that they have. And patterns is going to carry over to math and different subject areas later on. Label objects in the house for younger children. That helps them to see the print, see the object, and make those connections. Talk to them about your everyday experiences. Show them a picture. Make up a story. For your older children, play word games with them. Talk about word meanings. Point out words that they may not know and help them to figure out what that word means, or look up what that word means. Ask questions when you're reading, during reading, after reading. Have them to write a summary of what they read. Some of the things that I've showed you how to do with the directed drawing, that would be a good way to tie in with your older kids' art into literacy. And the more hands-on we can get, the better they understand and the better they can form those connections in their brain. For your adolescents, talk to them. Offer them the books that they need to read. Model reading for your children. If you don't do anything but read something on your tablet, your phone, let them know that you're reading. Point to words. Think out loud when you're reading. Let them see what you're thinking. Technology is awesome, guys. You can hear read alouds online. You can let them play reading and literacy games. It's full of Starfall, ABC Mouse, abcteach.com. Numerous activities that can be done electronically. But also make sure that you're putting papers and pencils and crayons and glue in their hand. Each object has a different feeling when it slides across the paper, if that makes sense. So they don't need to just write with pencils. They don't need to just write with a marker all the time. They need the different materials, the different methods and different mediums so that there are more brain connections, if that makes sense. It all has to do with their senses and sensory activities that help to form those brain connections that they need. I hope this made sense. Y'all have a good day. Love and miss all of you.